Hello students, welcome back to structural analysis lessons, and today we will see some of the sums based upon structural indeterminacy. It can be a kinematic indeterminacy or it can be static indeterminacy. Let's try to solve some numericals. So first example, if you can see here, it is a triangle which if look up to the shape, it is triangular shape structure. Basically I have taken a part of truss, right, or it is a whole truss, you can say. It is simply supported at one end, or you can say it is a hinge supported at one end, and second end it is roller supported. See here, hinge supported at one end and roller supported at other end. If in this, if I asked what will be the support reactions, then at hinge you come up with the two support reactions. One is in vertical direction, other one is in horizontal direction. Why? Because hinge gives a resistance to movement in two directions, right? Now let's talk about the other end where you have provided the roller support. Roller will provide a resistance to movement in only vertical direction. If there is a resistance, there will be a development of reaction. So in the roller, only one vertical reaction will develop, right? Now for trusses, we know in all the numericals which we are looking forward, or the structures we are looking here, we will try to calculate static indeterminacy and kinematic indeterminacy of that structure. Okay. Now see here, in the trusses, the truss which I have shown here, we discussed the what are the reactions, or what are the support reactions we have calculated. We have understood that. Now what is external indeterminacy? Now I am saying external indeterminacy. Before that, you must remember that external indeterminacy is developed due to static indeterminacy. External static indeterminacy, internal static indeterminacy. So static indeterminacy ds will be dse plus dsi, right? dse plus dsi. If I am adding these two numbers, or if I am adding this two indeterminacies, I have to calculate them. And how to calculate DSE, external static indeterminacy? That will be a total number of reactions minus number of equilibrium equations. But in the structural analysis, we know that the equilibrium equations available for solving any structure are three. Summation fx equals to 0, summation fy equals to 0, and summation of a moment at particular point is equals to 0. Since we have a three equilibrium equations, instead of writing the number of equilibrium equations, I have wrote directly 3. So r minus 3 will provide us a DSE value. What will be the DSE value for given sum? DSE for the given sum is DSE equals to r minus 3. Number of reactions or support reactions we have already calculated. Those are how much? 1 at roller support and 2 at hinge support. So total number of support reactions are 3, and 3 equilibrium equations, giving that DSE equals to 0, right? Next is DSI, internal static indeterminacy. That will for the trusses. Now I am calculating it for trusses. So for trusses we have a formula m minus 2j minus 3, right? That will be a formula for simply supported truss. If it is we are solving for cantilever, the formula changes. Hope you have remembered that. Now here m stands for number of members and j stands for number of joints. Number of members are 1, 2, 3. Number of joints 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 members and 3 joints. Let's add these values, or let's substitute these values in an equation. 3 members minus 2 into 3 joints minus 3. 3 stands for equilibrium. equilibrium equations. So if we solve this, we get 0 because 3 2s are 6 minus 3, 3, and outside the brackets we have 3. So 3 minus 3 will become 0 here. Therefore, DSE will be 0 since my DSE is 0 plus DSI is also lead to 0. Therefore, my total static indeterminacy will be 0. Now, what does this 0 stands for, or what it is telling about our structure? So, it is saying that my object, my structure is statically determinant. It might have an indeterminacy, but statically it is determinant. The indeterminacy may be a part of kinematic indeterminacy. Okay, so my structure is internally determinant, externally determinant. Combinedly, my structure is statically also determinant. We can solve all the support reactions with the help of equilibrium equations, and no additional compatibility equations are required because my structure is statically determinant. See here, now we will go for kinematic indeterminacy, dk. How we will calculate dk? For that, formula will be 2j minus r. Now, formula can be m minus 2j minus r. Formula changes when axial deformation is not allowed or axially rigid members are used, then the formula changes. But see here, below the question I have wrote the note here, and note says that members are axially deformable. So in the question along with the diagram, they will provide you a necessary data where you can find the member is axially deformable or indeformable or can be rigid. So you can get that data with the figures in a question. Here, as they have said, members are axially deformable, that's why I have used formula 2j minus r, where j stands for number of joint. We have earlier calculated it. These are number of joints are 3. Therefore, 2 into 3 minus r. R is a reaction, support reactions. How many support reactions are here? 2 at hinge support, 1 at roller support. So finally we get dk equals to 2j minus r, and that value will be 2 into 3 minus 3, giving us a value equals to 3. ds is 0, dk is 3, telling us that the structure is kinematically indeterminate. Structure is kinematically indeterminate, and at what degree? The degree of indeterminacy is 3. Fine. Now we will go for the next sum. Here in this next sum, you can see I have a rectangular truss here with the bracings provided at its middle. See here, the bracings are provided in its middle. Now let's talk about the support reactions. In the support reactions, I can see here the hinge is provided, therefore 2 will be the support reactions, and here the roller is provided, therefore only one support reaction will be available. Now the support reactions are 3. How many will be this indeterminacy? How much will be the structure or the degree of indeterminacy will be what? Right? To find that, we will go step by step. We will calculate DSE, then dk. ds stands for static indeterminacy, dk stands for kinematic indeterminacy. Static indeterminacy is related to, ds is related to forces, and dk is related to displacement. If the body is under the system of forces, if it is determinant, ds will be 0. But if due to the displacement my body is becoming indeterminate, then dk will be present, or it will show a value greater than 0. Right. So let's analyze this truss. First of all, we will calculate DSE. DSE here is provided. Yes, it is. What is the formula for DSE? DSE is R minus 3. R stands for what? Support reactions. 3 stands for equilibrium equations in your system, to solve your system. But we know Only 3 equilibrium equations are possibly to use for the analysis, and that's why here now you can see somewhere the equilibrium equation will be rise to 6. Now you must understand the difference between the structures. Whatever structures we are solving here, they are the plane structures. Plane structures means what? Only the let's take a space structure. I have taken this roof of your house. Let's suppose this is made out of the steel material. Then it will be made out of a triangles, or it will be a truss kind of a truss kind of a structure. Now this truss, which is forming into 3 of the directions, following the 3 it is spread on 3 of the directions. Then such a structures in which 3 of the directions are predominantly used, then your structure is said to be a space structure. This is very generally I am telling. You have a nice basic definitions for it and fundamental theory behind it, but here you remember that my structure is a plane structure. Plane structure means what? We are talking about only the 2 axes of a coordinate systems. Either we are choosing xy, yz, or xz. We can choose only the plane structures, and we are analyzing such a structures in the your exercise. But if we go for the space structures or space trusses, space frame, then space frame will be how it will look. See here, this is your 2D frame. Okay, this is your 2D frame, but now it becomes a space frame. Why? Because it is acting in 3 of the directions. On the coordinate system, 3 of this x, y and z axis are taken care of, and my structure is spacing in these 3 of the directions. That is why the frame structures are the if they comes under the space frames, they follows a different formulas and different rules. But we are talking about the plane frames, the only frames which fits in the 2 axes of coordinate systems, then formula will as we are solving about. Okay, I hope you understood difference between difference between the space frames, space truss, and plane frame, plane trusses. Okay, so whatever we are solving, those are for the plane trusses or plane frames. Now for the given frame, given truss here with the bracings, DSE will be R minus 3, reactions are 3 as we already calculated, and equilibrium equations are 3, giving us a DSE value, static indeterminacy, external static indeterminacy value equals to 0. Next is DSI. DSI is internal static indeterminacy. How we will calculate internal static indeterminacy? That will be m minus 2j minus 3. That will be m minus 2j minus 3. What is m minus 2j minus 3? The formula which we have calculated on the basis of extra members required to stabilize my structure. Okay, that background is not known to you. We will go to those theory part some other day. But here, M stands for members. J stands for joints. Let's calculate members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total members are 6. Joints 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many? 4 joints. Okay. So 4 joints. M will be 6. Joints will be 4. And if you solve, you will get a DSI equals to 1. Now let's go for the DS calculation. DS will be DSI plus DSE. So 0 plus 1 giving us a value for DS equals to 1. Now what is dk? dk will be kinematic indeterminacy. How we will calculate for trusses? That will be 2j minus r, including or taking care of members are axially deformable. If they are not, you should take a members are rigid and formula will be changed over here. Right, now put the value into j and r. J will be 4 as we already used, and 3. Reactions are 1, 2 and 3. So 3 here. Put the values and you will get a dk value equals to 5. If you solve it, you will get a dk value equals to 5, right? Now dk becomes 5, ds gives us a value 1. What it is telling us? That my static indeterminacy, degree of static indeterminacy is 1, but this indeterminacy is caused by the internal members. This indeterminacy is caused by the internal members, whereas dk is telling about kinematic indeterminacy, and degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 5. Now I have a next frame structure we have here. We earlier solved truss. One is a rectangular, one is a triangular shape. Now I am solving for the frames. In this we will go for the reaction first. Here fixed support, therefore reactions will be, how many will be reactions? 3 will be reactions, because in the fixed supports we don't allow that support or that member to move in vertical, horizontal and in rotatory directions. If 3 of the movements are not allowed, the 3 reactions will develop at fixed support, and therefore at fixed support we have shown 3 reactions. At hinge we said 2 reactions. So total reactions here are 5. Now DSE will be R minus 3. 5 minus 3 giving us a static external indeterminacy value equals to 2. Now DSI, that will be 3C. For frames the value formula changes here. The formula says that how many number of cuts are required to make my configuration stable. That we have learned earlier, and that C stands for number of cuts required. So here my structure might be closed configurations like this, as if I place the horizontal member, but they are not provided it, so no required to cut it. Therefore the number of cuts required here is equals to 0. So 0 into 3 will be 0. Therefore DSI stands here equals to 0. Next is calculating dk. dk will be what? For the frames, formula for calculating dk is 3j minus r. J stands for number of joints. How many are the joints? 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, sorry I forgot to consider those above, but you should not do such a silly mistake. So 3 into 4 minus 5. 5 is what? Support reactions. How many do we have? 5 support reactions. So total number of dk will be 7. dk will be 7. So my structure is telling static indeterminacy is equals to 2, which is caused by the externally, which means my support reactions, my supports how I have arranged is not in a suitable way. It is creating an indeterminacy. How? Because we are not able to solve for those extra unknowns which is externally provided, and that's why static indeterminacy is equals to 2 caused by the external supporters, and dk is a kinematic indeterminacy, and degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 7, quite a larger value. Now in this problem again we have a frame structure with us. Now this frame has a 2 base, and also it has a horizontal members provided at its bottom, or we can't say bottom. We have a G plus 1 story frame here, ground plus 1 story, and with having 2 bays. 2 bays means bay number 1, bay number 2, right? Now for this, if I solve my structure, DSE I need to calculate first. So how I will calculate DSE? DSE will be R minus 3. Irrespective of the structure, my DSE remains constant, R minus 3 always. You can solve for trusses, you can solve for frames. Both should be plain frames only, okay, or plain trusses. Then you can follow the same formula for both. Now DSE will be R minus 3. Reactions are, now let's see how many are the reactions here. And you can see reactions are 1, 2 and 3 because fixed support, right? Next is 1, 2 hinge support, again fixed support, 3 will be reactions. So 3 here, 3 here and 2 here. Total reactions are 6 plus 2, 8. So I have 8 reactions in my problem. Now put that 8 reaction in a sum. 8 minus 3, how many will be external indeterminacy? 5. Now internal indeterminacy. Internal indeterminacy will be 3 into number of cuts required to make my closed configuration to turn it to open configuration, right? And for that, how many cuts I required? 1, 2. So 3 into 2 will add up a value of DSI equals to 6. Now total DS goes to 11. So many unknowns, which 11 number of unknowns, the degree of indeterminacy is reached to 11. It means that 11 number of extra unknowns are added into this structure. Now decay how you will calculate? For that you can take a help of this formula, 3J minus R, right? Now 3J minus R gives us, J stands for 9 here. J stands for joint here. How many joints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 into 9 minus 8, how many will be static in kinematic indeterminacy? 19. So my structure here is a statically as well as kinematically indeterminate. Now let's see a next problem in which I am trying to solve again a frame with the same pattern, but here I have added internal hinge in my frames. Now why do we provide internal hinges? So basically what you're supposed to know about hinges is, hinge provides a summation of moment equals to 0. It means that at hinges moments are always be equals to 0 and will not be allowed. Okay, if they allowed, structural stability will not be maintained. Stability of structure will get disturbed. Right, now in this structure, if I have added an internal hinge, the purpose behind it is making it determinate. See here, if I have a cantilever beam like this, propped cantilever it is. Okay, so how many number of unknowns? 4. How? 3 at fixed end, 1 at reaction, propped, right? So total number of unknowns are 5. Now I have an equilibrium equation. How many equilibrium equations? 3. Can I solve my structure for this 3 equilibrium equations? No, one unknown will be remain still, right? If I want to make it determinate, what I will do? I will provide a internal hinge. How it will help us? It will give us an extra equation to solve my structure. All the moments at hinges will be equals to 0. It will help us to make the structure determinate, but disadvantage is it is making my structure unstable. My structure is more inclined toward unstable structure now. Why? Because if you are providing internal hinge, their moment has to be restricted, otherwise structure will start showing deflection or displacement from its original place. So you have to understand this. If you are providing internal hinge to make your structure determinate, at the same time you are provoking or you are trying to make it unstable, right? So you should avoid such issues. You should understand what will make my structure more stable. That is important. But if it is making complex, you have another way to deal with it, but you should not approach for the unstable structure, right? So let's see in this problem how I will calculate DSE. DSE will be R minus 3. Number of reactions we have already calculated, 8 minus 3. How many? DSE 5. Now DSI. DSI will be 3C. How 3C? Because number of cuts required to make my configuration open. Now that will be, number of cuts will be 2. Therefore 3 into 2. Right? Giving us a value of DSI equals to 6. Now DS value, look at here carefully, DS value becomes DSE plus DSI. DSE plus DSI minus, important thing, because ds formula earlier which was learned is r minus e minus a. Additional equilibrium equations due to internal hinge, internal roller provided. So here we have a two internal hinge, right? Wait a minute, not two, we have four internal hinges actually. Therefore, subtract from this value 5 plus 6, you have to subtract the additional internal equation, internal rollers, additional equation due to internal roller or internal hinge, and that lead to value ds equals to 7. Okay, though my indeterminacy is reduced, because earlier it was 5 plus 6 11, but now it is reduced to 7, but somehow I am trying introduce unstable support in my structure, that I have to avoid. Okay, but before going ahead, I will tell you that this internal hinges, internal roller has its own purpose to add into structure. With time you will get the idea where to provide internal hinge and where to provide an internal roller. Now we will solve this two more problems here. Again we have a frame. For this frame, support reactions are 3 at fixed end, 2 at hinges. DSE will be r minus 3, giving the value 5 minus 3 equals to 2, right? Then DSI, it will be number of cuts required. So how many cuts? 2 are the required. Therefore my structure will become open configuration, leading to DSI value equals to 6. Add this will give you a DSI value will be 8. Now find a DK, kinematic indeterminacy. How you will calculate that? 3j minus r minus m. Why? Formula has changed here, because I have provided axially rigid members. You should follow that note always whenever you are solving. Check that, is it axially rigid or axially deformable, right? So my value finally becomes 14 here. So static indeterminacy is 8, kinematic is 14, quite larger values. Okay. Next is, you have this truss member again, and in this truss reactions will be 2 here, 1 here, total r minus 3 will be 3 minus 3, giving value equals to 0. DSI is m minus 2j minus 3. How many joints? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 into 5. How many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Put the values, only the formula substitution, and ds becomes 0. So see, even you look at the structure, it looks complicated. The arrangement is very complicated. Still you can find that ds is value equals to 0. It means that it is statically determinate. Let's talk about the kinematic. Kinematically, you can see 2j minus r, because axially deformable structure, 2 into joints of 5 minus 3, right? So kinematically it is degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 7. Yes. Now let's solve a next problem and we will end up our today's session. In this we have a frame, we have a truss, but they are supported vertically, right? So this frame will be supported vertically, and this is making it a cantilever structure. Because one end is fixed. Cantilever truss, I will say cantilever truss. One end is fixed and other end is free here. Okay, so formula will change here. This DSI, I have made a mistake here. So I will keep this example to you as a homework. You make a change here. I even told you where I made a mistake, because I looked at it carefully now. So as it is supported at one end is free, then it comes under the category where we learn the cantilever trusses. And cantilever truss formula will change, rest of the things will remain same. Do it as a homework and we will end our session here. Thank you so much.